Hi Aries, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot readings from the heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your January 2018 general tarot forecast. So we're going to see what's coming in for you guys. Hope you all had a lovely Christmas. I'm using a new deck of cards that I just purchased. It's called the Fenestra Tarot by Chatria. Absolutely gorgeous. Very nice indeed. Love this deck. They only just came today actually, and I thought I'd use them. So we're going to see what's coming in for you guys for January. This is the 1st to the 15th of January 2018. Universe Spirit, show me Aries. What's coming in for Aries? Show me what's coming in for Aries. Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising signs for the first 2 weeks in January 2018. Show me. Alright, let's split the deck into 3. Like so. We're going to collect it back up. Like so. They're a bit slippery though, that's the only thing. And let's start. Okay. Ooh. Okay. So right now, you guys in the you now position, you're dealing with the Queen of Pentacles reversed. There she is in the reverse. Now, when you've got reversals, they're not always bad at all. They really aren't. Sometimes you want to be a Queen of Pentacles reversed. Sometimes you want to be completely about you. Queen of Pentacles in the upright is somebody who's very nurturing. So she'll always put other people before herself. She's a worker. Usually she runs a home business, for example, when she's in the upright. Or she's, you know, she goes out and she works in business. This lady can be a financier. She can be a nurse. She can be somebody who deals within, you know, the beauty trade is the Queen of Pentacles. She can work as a gym person, somebody who works in a gym, that type of thing, you know, a health person, that type of thing, because Pentacles represent health, they represent money, they also represent property, so this woman could be a real estate agent. But she's also very family orientated when the Queen of Pentacles is in the upright, Aries. So she's the type of person that doesn't just work, she works for the good of the family. And she's somebody who's very clever with her resources. She knows what she's doing with her resources. She has detailed spreadsheets, so she writes everything down, what's coming in, what's going out. She likes children. She likes nature. She likes animals. This is the type of woman that always wants to be pregnant. She likes being pregnant. She likes giving birth. Those types of thing. Very common sense. Very much a very intelligent type of character in the upright. She's lovely. It's not that she's not lovely in the reverse. She's just somebody who's far more self-serving. And there's nothing wrong sometimes with being a self-serving individual. But I feel that I think, you know, this is the you now position. So this should be showing who you are and how you're approaching the situation or a situation in January 2017. And I think that this is about you. And this is about you getting what you want, Aries, in January 2018, sorry. I think that this is about you looking at the money that you're making, looking at your environment, how you can make it better for yourself as a Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. This isn't so much about trying to nurture other people or so much about your husband, your wife, your partner, your family. This is all about you and what you want to achieve in 2018, Aries. And as a result of that, the focus around you, the energies around you will be the moon. And I think that the energies around you are going to be one of nervousness, possibly anxiety. I think that your feelings are about being up and down because the moon represents waxing and waning. So the up and down of emotions. 1 minute you're one way, 1 minute you're the other. I think as a result of this energy as well, there is a need to, with this moon energy around you, the energies around you in January 2018, Aries, there is a need with this moon card to use your intuition to find out more, perhaps around a situation, because the moon card represents secrecy and the need to delve deep into not just our subconscious and how we feel about situations, but also to find more out about a situation that you're very unaware of, because the moon card means to be unaware. So if you are the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse in January 2018, the first 2 weeks, 1st to the 15th, where the energy is all about you and your resources and how you might want to build those for yourself with this Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. As a result of that, the energies around you, it might be for some of you guys, there is nerves, there is nervousness, anxiety. Maybe this is something that you've not done before. Maybe you've not been the type of person, Aries, that said, you know, I'm getting the impression so far that you've done everything for everybody else, Aries, but you've not really done a lot of stuff for yourself. And I'm getting the impression that now is the time in January 2018, the focus will be on doing a lot of stuff for yourself. But I feel that as a result of that, with that Queen of Pentacles in the reverse showing as you, Aries, the energies around you will be off nerves and anxiety, because I think that this is something you haven't done before, because your challenge is the Star. And I think that this is about believing in yourself. You know, it's not in the reverse, no, but it is nevertheless in the challenged position. So you're challenged by the Star. You're challenged by clarity. You're challenged by putting yourself out there. So for some of you guys, the Star card can mean recognition. So your challenge might be, Aries, well, I want to put myself first with the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. As a result of that, the energies, I'm really nervous around that in the first 2 weeks of January 2018. Because my challenge is the Star. Maybe I need to put myself out there. Maybe I need to get myself recognised by others, and maybe I've hidden behind the shadows for a little bit too long. And I do think the worry is about putting yourself out there and saying, shit, I don't really have anything to shield me, because stars don't shield themselves, they shine very brightly. And I think for some of you guys, it is about your own self-belief and putting yourself out there. That's a challenge, because in the foundation, the reason that everything is happening is that there is a major change. Now, Tower cards, this is the Tower. When you get the Tower, Aries, it's not all about, oh my God, calamity, catastrophe. Sometimes it is. A lot of the time it can be. But this is also about the breaking up of some foundation that you've been living for a long time. So you've been living a certain way, quite humdrum for a long time. And you kind of feel living that way. It's almost like, oh, shit, but I've been this way and it doesn't feel right to continue living like this. So if you've been hiding your light underneath a bushel, which I think is why you've got the Star as being your challenge position, Aries, it might be that the foundation area, why everything is happening, is because finally you got to come out of this shell with the Tower. Towers mean all sorts of things within the tarot. Let me tell you something about tarot. Never think that you've only got 1, 2, 3 meanings with these cards. If you want to go into tarot, Aries, trust me, you got to know a heap of shit about these cards. There are readers out there that have been reading for 20, 30 years and they're still learning these cards. You never stop learning as a tarot reader, never. You're always learning different combinations, different things. Nothing runs as one. It really doesn't. In your foundation, there's a huge upheaval. The reason why everything is happening is because there's a major upheaval happening for you guys, and I think it's been happening since maybe November, December 2017, going into January 2018. Huge upheaval happening for you guys. And as a result of that, I think that you guys, with the Temperance card in the reverse, have been feeling very uneasy about this. Temperance in the reverse feels, it's a card about, when you get it in the upright, it's a card about having to go with the flow. So this is about creating an energy of balance and equilibrium when it's in the upright, the Temperance card. In the reverse, this says, I feel uneasy, I feel unbalanced, I don't know how to cope with the situation. It feels like it's pulling me under. I feel a sense of a lack of control with the Temperance card in the reverse. And I think because of this huge upheaval that's happening for Aries, I think you have been feeling very unbalanced with that Temperance energy, because your challenge is, you guys lack some form of belief. Some of you guys are really going to have to put yourself out there. And also your challenge is, when you get the Star card, this is all about recovery. Recovery from weakness. Recovery from fear. But also it's about vulnerability. If you look at this lady, she's not so naked on here, but she's practically naked. Usually the Star card in the tarot shows nakedness. So this is about vulnerability, and your challenge is to put yourself out there and to allow yourself to be vulnerable, because I think that you're afraid of that. I think you haven't done it before. Whatever it is you Aries people are doing in January, the first 2 weeks, the 1st to the 15th, it's going to show a lot of shit up about you, about who you are, because you're going to have to allow yourself to be vulnerable, and I think you're afraid of that, which is why the energies around you are the moon, concern and fear. The most likely outcome is the Page of Cups in the reverse. So the Page of Cups in the reverse is a card that talks about immaturity. It also talks about not being able to tap into your intuition. It also talks about isolating your feelings. And I think that with this being in the reverse as the most likely outcome, this is about you guys trying to, and if you've got something that you need to present, some of you guys might not want to present it with that Page of Cups in the reverse. Because Page of Cups in the reverse means, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to present this, I'm not going to offer this, I'm not going to make that call, I'm not going to take this action. In the upright, this is all about offering what you have. It's about communicating, pleasantries, good news. In the reverse, it's not so much about that. And it's a weird reading, because what I feel that I'm seeing here is you guys having to bare your soul in the first 2 weeks of January 2018. So if you're a stay-at-home mum and you've been a stay-at-home mum for a long time, Queen of Pentacles in the upright, and suddenly your kids are grown, or they're in nursery or whatever it is, and suddenly your husband says, you're going to have to go out and get a job now, or you say, well, maybe I should go out and get a job to help the family finances. You got to do this, Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. So you're not so much focused on the family. It's something you got to do for yourself with the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. But it might be something, yeah, I get the impression this is something you guys are not used to doing. I get the impression there's something here that's going to make you, that's making you feel extraordinarily vulnerable. And the most likely outcome is you might revert with this Page of Cups in the reverse. Page of Cups in the upright is somebody who's fearless. All pages are fearless in the upright because they're young, but it's because of their youth and their sense of bravado and their sense of curiosity. It makes them want to examine and explore. This guy in the upright explores his creativity. You can see the way that he's staring into the cup and he's staring at the fish. And he's looking at the fish and he's saying, what is this? Let me explore it more. What does this have to say to me? In the reverse, this is almost like ignorance. So some of you guys, I think the most likely outcome is you're trying to ignore something in the first 2 weeks of January 2017. You're trying to ignore a gift that has been given to you, an opportunity that has been given to you with this Page of Cups in the reverse. So much so that you revert back to almost being very much a child. But a fearful child, I feel, with this Page of Cups in the reverse. Coming in the immediate future, the Knight of Pentacles reverse. You guys I'm seeing here are not... This is where... When you get the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, this is where you commit to doing something, but you don't see it through. So some of you guys might... I'm getting a sense of a lot of fear here. And it might be that whatever this thing is, you might become so fearful of it that you refuse to move forward with it. You put it either at a standstill, you decide I don't want to do it, you'll make up an excuse not to do it with this Knight of Coins in the reverse. But whatever it is coming in, I feel that you guys won't want to see a venture through. Because there's something here that you've got to do and you've not done it before. And I think that fear is kicking in. Because in your foundation, the reason that everything is happening here is the Tower. This is something that is shaking you to your core. This is something that is taking you out of a comfort zone. Because that's what Towers are designed to do. The Tower moment in our lives often, Aries, says, you've been in this comfort zone for too long, but it's not serving you. It's not actually going to help you grow. It's not going to help you to evolve. So the universe says, we got to take you out of that. Because if you want to grow and you want to evolve in who you are, you need the Tower. You need the shake-up. You need the cleansing. So that you can start this new path. And that's why everything is happening, because you've got this Tower. And I feel as a result of that, the energies around you with this Moon card are saying, well, I'm a little bit nervous, I'm anxious, because I've got this huge upheaval that I'm dealing with in the first 2 weeks of January. And I'm getting really nervous about it with the Moon energy. And therefore with the Page of Cups, I don't really know whether I want to take this new venture. I don't really know whether I want to delve into this new idea or this dream that I have. It can remain a dream. But I don't really want to explore it with the Page of Cups in the reverse. I want to isolate myself from it because I'm fearing it. Because in the recent past, you guys have been feeling a sense of imbalance. Emotional imbalance more than anything, I think, with this Temperance card in the reverse. And your challenge is believing in yourself. Putting yourself out there or allowing yourself to become more vulnerable with that Star card. And as a result of that, you guys feed into the fear. Some of you do, with the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Because whatever it is that you've started, you simply don't want to finish. Influences coming in will be a King of Pentacles in the reverse. King of Pentacles in the reverse, difficult. Because this might be a person that's coming in around you. How does this person play into the story, though? How does this King of Pentacles play into the story? Well, the King of Pentacles reverse is somebody who is very much about pleasure. This is about pleasure of sex, pleasure of food, pleasure of surroundings, but very rarely about pleasure to do with other people, except for the self. This person can be all about the status. So influence is coming in. I think that this is not about a person. I think, again, this is about you. And this is you looking at your status. Shit, I'm not going to commit to this thing with the Knight of Pentacles coming in the immediate future. Therefore, influences coming in will be where you guys, I feel with this King of Pentacles energy, in the reverse, will say, well, how does this affect my status as an individual? How does it affect my status as an individual? If I don't commit to this thing, what do I do? How does it affect me? How does it make me look to other people? Because the King of Pentacles reversed is one of those type of dudes that worries about what other people think of him. So this is you guys, I feel, as the King of Pentacles in the reverse. This is all about you, this reading, I feel, Aries. And you're going to be like, oh, shit. Well, if I don't do this thing with the Knight of Pentacles, if I don't follow it through with the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, how is it going to seem? How am I going to actually look to other people if I don't do whatever this thing is? Your hopes would be the Six of Cups. And this is really, it might be the hope is to gain some support from family, from friends. It might also be that you're hoping that you could just simply go back to the past and not have to deal with this thing. Just go back to the way that things were with the Six of Cups. The outcome for the first 2 weeks in January 2017 is the Queen of Swords in the reverse. So the Queen of Swords in the reverse for me is a coward. And I'm not calling you a coward, I'm not saying that. But the Queen of Swords in the upright will always fight her fears. Because she'll always take the logic and the reason. And she'll make a decisive decision based on not her emotions, but what her mind is telling her. In the reverse, this Queen of Swords, she tends to feed more into the emotional aspect of who she is. This isn't about resentment with the Queen of Swords in the reverse. This is more about allowing your heart to rule your head. I feel with this Queen of Swords in the reverse. So you're not making decisions based on logic, you're making them based on how you feel. And I feel that all the way through this reading, Aries has been making decisions based on their feelings rather than logic. You know that you want to grow as an individual, but you're allowing, I feel, for some of you guys to allow your fears to stand in the way, so much so. Because the Moon card is the energy around you, and the Moon also means fear. So when you get a Moon card, it means, shit, I'm really scared. And I think that you're allowing your fears to feed into this situation, whatever this is, in January 2018. I think you're allowing your fears to feed into it. We're going to get some clarifiers. We're going to see why you're the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Why is Aries the Queen of Pentacles reversed in the first 2 weeks of January 2018? Show me. Two of Swords reversed. Well, I think that you've made a definitive decision. Because the Two of Swords reversed can either mean stalemate, the refusal sometimes to make a decision with this Two of Swords reversed, or it can mean that you've actually made a very resolute decision. Difficult cards reversals are. Okay, they've got a multiple of meanings like the uprights. But I think that you're the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse because you're looking at yourselves. So how do you nurture who you are? And I think it is to do with, it's not a definitive decision, I don't think, with the Two of Swords. I think that you guys actually recognise. I think you actually recognise that you've not been going anywhere as you are. Because the Two of Swords in the reverse actually means stalemate and complete and utter stagnation. It means to suppress and to repress how you feel, so much so that you ignore your feelings. or you're ignoring or avoiding making a decision. So I think that you guys here is the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, showing as you in January 2018. Aries, I think that you guys are looking to nurture who you are. This is about your time and what you need to do to build yourself up, maybe even to build your own resources up, to build your health up, to build your confidence up with that Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Because I feel that with the Two of Swords that you guys have been ignoring this. And now it's time to delve deeper. Even if that means obliterating everything and everyone else around you, there is a need really to look deeper into who you are as the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Look at your own money. How do you build things up for yourself with this Queen of Pentacles? It's not for the greater good of the family, the children. This is all about you. Because you've been ignoring this for quite some time, I feel, with the Two of Swords in the reverse. You've been letting things slide. And as a result of that, the energies around you guys will be the moon in the upright. Why is the energies around Aries, the moon, in January 2017? Why is the energies around Aries, the moon? Show me. Because of the Five of Coins in the reverse. Well, I feel that, you know, you've got Five of Coins reverse. Five of Coins reverse means to start rebuilding yourself again. This is the card in the upright when you get the Five of Coins. That means a lack of stability. In the reverse, it means to start to stabilise oneself again, whether this is financially. And I think that this is about, especially financially for some of you guys, I think that there is a great deal of fear here with this moon in the reverse. In the upright, sorry. Because it involves you guys needing to stabilise oneself again. This isn't about relying on anyone. Because remember, the Five of Coins in the upright is also about having help and support from others when financial times become rough and when they become unstable. This is about having support from others. But with the Five of Coins in the reverse, for me, this is almost like, well, you don't have that support. This is about standing on your own 2 feet and stabilising yourself. And there's a great deal of fear, I feel, with the moon in the upright. Because right now, in January, this is all about having to stabilise yourself. This isn't about depending on the husband or the wife or the girlfriend or the boyfriend or the family for help and support financially. This is about depending on yourself for it more than anything. And the reason for this, the reason that everything is happening is the Tower. And why is the Tower the reason that everything is happening for Aries? Why is the reason the Tower that everything is happening for Aries? Show me. Okay. You got the Six of Coins reversed here. Six of Coins reversed represents not to receive. So I feel that there has been a great upheaval here. And it's because I think there's been a great change and a major, major shift happening for Aries. Because you recognise with this Six of Coins in the reverse that whatever it is that you have been doing with this Six of Coins energy, you've not been receiving what you're worth. So I'm seeing there's a great upheaval here with this Tower energy because you guys haven't been receiving. Whatever it is you've been putting in, you might have been receiving, you know, love, warmth, kindness. But there might be other aspects of your life that you've not been receiving. And there has to be a great change here because you're not receiving what you're truly worth with that Six of Coins in the reverse. And as a result of that, I feel that you guys have experienced Temperance reversed. And why is Temperance reversed? Why is Temperance reversed? Because of the Hermit reversed. So I feel that as a result of that, you guys have felt very uneasy. A great deal of imbalance. Because I feel that with the Hermit reverse, you guys haven't been a part of a structure. Or you haven't been a part of a group. Or you've not been a part of a certain energy out in the world with this Hermit reverse. Hermit reverse means that you completely take yourself away from people, from friends, from... In the upright, this is all about seeking. Hermit in the upright means to seek. It means to go through some form of internal introspection. A lot of thinking goes on with the Hermit in the upright. In the reverse, this is somebody who completely closes and shuts themselves down. And I think that there is a great unease going on with some of you guys because you've been completely shut down for quite a while. You know, whether this is going into a new job, you probably haven't done it in a while. The Hermit reverse, it might be you've just completely concentrated on the kids, for example. And now you're going to have to come out of your shell with this Hermit in the reverse. This is something you guys haven't done in a long, long time. You know, there's plenty of times when you haven't done something in a long, long time and you've got to get back in there. And you're like, shit, I've brought the kids up for 12, 13 years. But now they're at school, or 5, 6 years. Now they're at school or they're at nursery, and I'm kind of at a bit of a loose end, but I haven't worked in 6, 10, 12 years. Shit, I've got to go back and work. And that's your Hermit reverse moment, I feel. Because the Hermit reverse says, well, I took myself out of a particular area of life for such a long time, and I'm really nervous about going back into it. And that's why I think that you're feeling very uneasy here. Your challenge is the Star. Why is Aries challenged the Star in January 2018? Show me. Four of Wands in the reverse. Well, I feel that you, your challenge is believing yourself. Believing in yourself, putting yourself out there. Because I'm seeing a move happening here with the Four of Wands in the reverse. I'm seeing that wherever you are right now, whatever this is, it's not particularly stable. And it's not because I don't think that you're... I do feel in a way that you're slightly unstable here, Aries. But I feel that you are... Your challenge is believing in yourself with this Star energy. Putting yourself out there. Because this now requires a move. It requires some form of a transition here. With this Four of Wands in the reverse. And the most likely outcome, therefore, will be the Page of Cups reversed. And why is the Page of Cups reversed the most likely outcome for Aries for the first 2 weeks in January 2018? Why is the most likely outcome the Page of Cups reversed? Show me. Well, I feel that more than likely, and I'm reading this from a very personal point of view on behalf of Aries for you guys, because that's how it feels. It feels to me like you guys will reject Page of Cups in the reverse. You'll reject this new journey. You'll reject this new path. Page of Cups often means to reject as well. And why is that? Because you really don't want to start this venture. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Ace of Pentacles reverse means loss. But it also means where there isn't the potential to see, you know, to see something through long term, to build something, to build a successful venture. You seem to reject this new path with the Page of Cups in the reverse because you don't see anything long term with this Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Or you don't want to invest, or you don't want to commit to this thing long term. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Coming in, what you'll experience is Knight of Pentacles reversed. And why will Aries experience the Knight of Pentacles reversed? Show me. They're all reverses. Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Page of Pentacles reversed represents laziness. And I'm not saying that you're lazy. Please don't think that I'm telling you that, Aries. But you guys won't want to move forward. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. This is something that you don't really want to commit to. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. And that's because of the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. And this is somebody who doesn't want to put the hard work in. Alright, they expect something to just appear like that. But they're not willing to put all the hard work and all the effort and all of the study and all of the, you know, all of the focus into a situation here. Because this can be to do with laziness, for example, when you get the Page of Pentacles. And I know there's a lot of Pentacles, and I think this is a money situation. I think this is about you guys making money. But some of you guys are afraid to make it. Alright? Some of you guys are... Sometimes the Page of Pentacles will show up in the reverse when it's a forsaken venture. When it's a lost venture. When it's a failed venture. But this isn't even a failed venture yet. This feels like something to me like you don't want to do it. Aries, it just looks like you don't want to do something here. Looks like you're afraid of it. And I don't even think it's that you're lazy with the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. I just feel that you want something just to appear without having to go through the... You've got to read between the lines with the cards. You really do. You know, your challenge is the Star. This is about having hope and having faith. Because it requires a move, Four of Wands in the reverse. It requires you to destabilise the happy home or the happy environment or whatever it is that you've built for yourself. You're going to have to kind of destabilise that. take it down bit by bit. Things will not feel as stable or as secure as they've felt to you. Because you've been so used to something here, Aries. And therefore, I feel as a result of that, you guys won't want to move forward. Could be because there's a child involved with the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. But also I feel that this is about not wanting to have to kind of destabilise this wherever it is that you are and go through this process with that Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Coming in, you'll experience the King of Pentacles in the reverse. Why will Aries experience the King of Pentacles reverse? Well, for some of you guys, it might be that there's a person around you. It could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn individual. And this will be somebody who says, well, why can't you go and do this? What's the matter? We've got dreams. We've got ventures. We've got adventures. We want to go on holiday, for example. Page of Wands is a holiday card as well. So this is when you're going abroad. So this might be somebody that you're experiencing and they're saying to you, they're showing us a King of Pentacles in the reverse because they're thinking about themselves and what they want. So it might be that you're experiencing somebody around you who says, well, why can't you do this? You know, what about me? What about the plans that we were making with the Page of Wands in the upright?
Well, we've got stuff here, haven't we? We went shopping.
You know, what about the Page of Wands in the upright? What about the holiday that we were going to take? What about all of these new adventures that we were going to explore? We need money to do this. For some of you guys, you might experience feeling, well, this is going to be a loss of status with this King of Wands. But I think this King of Pentacles is somebody around you. If it's not somebody around you, then this is about you experiencing the idea, well, I'm going to lose face. King of Pentacles in the reverse. You know, what about my status? You'll be worried about your status. Because I feel that with this Page of Wands, this is something to do with how you act, made with that Page of Wands energy. Page of Wands is somebody who's fearless, who's fun, who's a go-getter. Your hopes would be for the Six of Cups. Why is Aries' hopes for the Six of Cups? Why is Aries' hopes for the Six of Cups? Show me. Why is Aries' hopes for the Six of Cups? Show me. Well, I feel that you would be hoping for the past. You wish that things could be the way that they are. Or they were. Because I feel that Aries, you're feeling very complex. King of Wands in the reverse doesn't really know what he wants. So I feel that you're feeling very, very unbalanced as this King of Wands in the reverse. In the upright, this is somebody who is very passionate. And they're very confident. And they're very ambitious. In the reverse, he can become almost bipolar. One moment he wants something, the next minute he doesn't want it. So he's very uncertain as a character in the reverse. And I think that you're hoping that things could be back to the way that they are. Because this has really thrown you, whatever this situation is. It might be some of you guys are hoping for a past situation. I wish things could be back to where they were. Maybe it's the partner that's changed how they're acting towards you with the King of Wands in the reverse. Maybe this person's forcing you to do something here, because we do have this King of Pentacles reversed coming in. The outcome shows the Queen of Swords reversed. Why is the Queen of Swords reversed the outcome for this reading for Aries? Why is the outcome the Queen of Swords reversed? Nine of Pentacles. I think that was reversed, wasn't it? Yeah, it was reversed. Queen of Swords because of the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. I think that some of you guys will resent the idea of being taken out of the gilded cage. Nine of Pentacles in the reverse means having to come out of the gilded cage. Alright, and you're going to resent the idea of being thrown out, of being forced to do something that you don't want to do. I'm getting the impression, Aries, that there is something here in January 2018 that you are being forced to do that you don't want to do. It almost feels, and a lot of you might disagree with me and say, oh, I'm not like that. But for those of you that it resonates with, there's something here that you don't want to do. There's something here that's forcing you to do something and you don't want to do it. I think you'd rather keep things the way they were in 2017, but 2018 you're literally being forced to do something, and I don't think that you really want to do this, Aries, looking at this reading. We'll go through the reading again. You guys are the Queen of Pentacles reversed. That's you, and it's because of this Two of Swords reversed. So you guys are having to take a deep, hard look. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Maybe at your own money situation. Maybe you've been avoiding this with the Two of Swords in the reverse. You're having to look at your own status. Where do I fit in? This isn't all about the family. Or this isn't all about the children or the wife or the husband or the girlfriend. What about me? Because I've been avoiding. I've been suppressing a lot of things here with this Two of Swords in the reverse. Because the reason that everything is happening is because of the Tower. There's been a huge upheaval. But that upheaval is more about an epiphany, I feel, with this Tower in the reverse. So I think you guys, why everything is happening is you've had this major epiphany moment with the Tower energy. That you're not receiving what you're truly worth. Six of Coins in the reverse. And as a result of that, you guys have been feeling a great sense of dis-ease, disharmony, imbalance, especially emotionally, I feel, Aries, with that Temperance card in the reverse. And why is that? Well, because with the Hermit, you realise that you haven't changed in years. You haven't been doing something different in years. You might have been doing stuff, but you've not really been putting yourself out there. Or there might be a certain area of your life that you're completely cut off from. And you're realising, shit, I'm probably going to have to go back into that. This is something that I can no longer avoid. Because I've not been receiving something here. There's certain elements in my life that I've put certain areas, certain things into, but I've not been receiving back. And now it's time that I received. But the trouble is, you're going to have to make a sacrifice if you want to receive something that you feel you're not getting. Your challenge is the Star. And this is having hope and having faith with that Star energy there. Because you recognise that this is going to mean a great upheaval of the status quo, of whatever it is that you've built into. This now will become unbalanced. It's like the Four of Wands is the Tower card showing up here. Something is crumbling. And you don't have a great deal of hope here with the Star. Because this recognises that you're going to have to sacrifice with that Four of Wands in the reverse. What are you going to have to sacrifice? Your security and stability. So if you want to start receiving, especially if this is financially and you haven't worked in years, you've been looking after the kids, and suddenly in January 2018 you've got to go back out there and get a job. It's like, shit, I'm going to have to go out there and do this. And I'm scared. And as a result of that, the energies around you guys are this Moon card. Great fear. Because you recognise with the Five of Coins in the reverse, well, I have to rebuild myself financially, perhaps, for some of you guys. I don't have that backing that I had when the Five of Coins was in the upright. Remember, there are two people on this card. Remember that. This isn't always about abandonment. Five of Coins in the upright is also about having support from others when you're going through shit. It really is. And sometimes in the reverse, this can be, well, shit, I'm going to have to stand on my own 2 feet now if I want to rebuild my stability. So some of you guys, it might be that there is fear here. Because what you're going to have to do with the Five of Coins in the reverse is start to rebuild this financial situation. Start to rebuild yourself. Start to stabilise yourself. And that could mean with the Five of Coins reverse, having to, for example, go back into a corporate environment. Having to go back into an office. Or having to go back to a building. Because this is the card about returning. Returning to the status quo. Remember, the Fives are ruled by the Hierophant. Hierophant is all about authority. And control. So some of you guys, it might be a great deal of worry because I'm going to have to return maybe to something that I didn't want to return to. I had my freedom, and now. But your freedom, I feel, for some of you Aries, came at a price. And now you're recognising, shit, I'm going to have to return to a certain area of my life that I didn't want to return to with that Five of Coins reverse. And therefore, the most likely outcome will be the Page of Cups in the reverse. You guys might be rejecting an offer, for example, with that Page of Cups in the reverse, because you don't feel that this is something that you can build on with the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. You don't feel that this is something that's going to bring you long-term gain or long-term stability. Coming in, I feel that in the immediate future, you guys will not want to commit to a new venture with that Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. And that's because of the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. I don't think it's laziness on your part. I just feel that you just want everything to appear like that. And you don't really want to have to go through the process of making it happen with the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Influence is coming in though. I feel there's somebody around you King of Pentacles in the reverse, and this person is really hot on your heels, I feel, and they're saying to you, well, what about me? What about the plans that we were making? Page of Wands, I thought you said you were going to get a job, or you were going to do this, or you were going to do that, in order to help the family finances, maybe in order to help our son or our daughter go to university. I thought you were going to do this, that and the other. Your hopes will be to return to simpler times, Six of Cups. Maybe it's because of the partner, King of Wands in the reverse. Maybe somebody's very angry with you, very annoyed. Or it could be, well, I would hope that we could return to simpler times, because I'm feeling very complexed and very worried and very nervous and very uneasy with this King of Wands in the reverse, and very agitated and very irritated. The outcome shows, I feel, for the first 2 weeks in January 2018, Aries, a great deal of resentment with that Queen of Swords in the reverse, because it's almost like you're being forced out of this safety net, Nine of Coins in the reverse. Nine of Coins in the upright is all about the gilded cage, and sometimes it's a safety net. And I feel that you guys, with the Queen of Swords being resentment, there's a great deal of resentment here, because it's almost like you're being forced out of a gilded cage that you really don't want to come out of. I think that the message, I don't have my angel cards, I'm afraid, guys, but I think the message in this reading is to feel the fear and do it anyway. Okay, because I do get a great deal of, I get a great feeling with this reading, Aries, that some of you guys are holding back from doing something because you're fearing it. I think you're fearing doing it. I think you haven't done something in a very long time. And I think that you fear doing it. And I think that you almost resent having to do something here by the end of, by the last 2 weeks, by the first 2 weeks in January 2018. But this is purely fear-based. This is not laziness. This is just fear. This is you wanting to go back to the past, the way that things were, because it was easier then. But something is forcing you in January to come out of a comfort zone. Okay? So I think that the message of this reading is really not to allow your fears to hold you back. Okay? Make sure that whatever it is that you don't want to go into, or you don't want to do, it's for a very, very good reason, rather than it just being a fear. Alright, that's your reading for the first 2 weeks in January 2018. Aries, I will be back with your love readings, your Gypsy Tarot love readings. Keep your eyes peeled for that, and I'll speak to you guys soon. Take care.